everybody, I'm Dr. Karen Mikowski. How are you? As most of you know, I am also the leading paranormal investigator on any of my paranormal investigation cases. Okay, so this could be a possible case. This is case PC01. This is more predictive prediction cases. The reason I'm going to say a possible case in the future, unless it's actually happening now, but I'm pretty sure I'll hear about it if it comes to pass, like most of my... So when it comes to dreams, I have a lot of psychic dreams. I've had my psychic dreams since I was 7 years old. I've never ignored them. They've been with me throughout my life, long before I ascended and developed and mastered my human abilities. The psychic dreams, I never ever ignore them because most of them come to pass. I don't particularly like them when they come to pass because some of them are not very pleasant, obviously. But I've always tried to test the theories of them through, unfortunately, them coming to pass. But it's not a bad thing because sometimes because I believe in them, obviously, 100%, I can't ignore them. But there's still room for, obviously, research. That's what I do. But I save people's lives because of them. So I know they're incredibly, important. Now, so this case is, well, it's a very strange one, actually. I'm just in the process of putting the report together right now. The location, unfortunately, is unknown. And, unnamed too. But there was a group of 4 men. It's a group of friends, and there was one female, and there was 4 guys. They're quite young. They're between the ages of 18 and 25 years old. I do have descriptions. I don't know the location, but there was forest terrain. Very thick forest terrains. I mean, that could be anywhere in America, but it was kind of graphic, really, in some ways, sort of watching it, because I was seeing the group of friends plotting to kill another friend within their in-group. And obviously the female really wasn't, the young girl, she wasn't really sure if they were being serious. So I feel like she was, okay, whatever, she was just sort of... don't be stupid. She actually thought they were just planning to do like airsoft, sort of shooting each other, that sort of game. But they were plotting to kill their friend. So what I was seeing was these 4 of these guys, 4 of these young men, were all in the forest terrain. Looked like they're all kind of playing shooting, but they weren't, obviously. And, this girl was with them, and like I said, I do have the descriptions of them. And then they shot one of their friends in the head, and that's when she knew they were deadly serious. So not quite sure what's going on in society right now with the psychology of young adults and just adults in general, but the rise in murders and graphic or despicable acts against humanity, other people, human beings, is just phenomenal. It's on a phenomenal level right now. Can't figure it out. Clearly, psychiatry and psychology, in my opinion, has failed society completely, because in the 21st century, we should not be this evil towards one another, barbaric. Should be a lot more evolved from this. But I see a lot of these daily reports coming in from all over the country, and they're incredibly insidious. Some of the cases they're not normal. There's always been murders, obviously. There's always been rapes. There's always been, child killings, unfortunately. There's always been... But recently, just this last couple of years, I'm seeing a huge influxation of it. Like, on a level that's not... It's just sick, really. It's just disgusting. There's something very wrong, fundamentally wrong with society today. There's a sociopathic energy within human nature right now that needs to be literally, it needs to be fixed. But I blame a lot of it on social conditioning because of a lot to do with race baiting, hating each other, man hating, woman hating, all sorts, just hating each other in general. So much human hating is being really channeled through media, etc., just through entertainment. It's sick that they are pushing so many sick agendas. I don't even really watch all these new movies that come out anymore. I can't, because they're not entertainment. They're telling me and showing me just what the agenda is. Evil. Just watching these like short videos of, and these are all on social media, short videos of school shootings. They're glorifying murder. They are glorifying murderers, and this is not new to us. So when you're glorifying murderers and you're glorifying that type of insidious behavior, against real terrible human behavior against each other, you can't expect anything else, because they're going to act on it, because people want to be famous. And then it's not just that, it's just seeing the rise and influxation of child killings from family members is on the rise all over the country. And then obviously more rapes on women, really really terrible murders coming, funneling through reports of. But I'm not talking about just murders. I'm talking about pre-planned, premeditated murders. And I don't understand why people think they can get away with murder. Can't, not in this day and age. But people are so. This is what I'm talking about: this sociopathic attitude and nature, and this narcissism and arrogance, and these real evil egos going on right now, thinking they can do what they want to anyone and basically get away with murder, and you can't. And they need to be put in jail for the rest of their lives. So this is what I'm seeing. So seeing this in what could possibly be a future case, and we probably will hear about it, because this would make either nationwide news, or it will definitely be very high up on the local news. But if this comes to pass, this doesn't surprise me anymore. What I was seeing, it wouldn't even surprise me. Teenagers today are off the fucking charts for the way they treat each other and the way they go around just physically assaulting people or murdering people is disgusting. Terrible parenting. Terrible parenting, if there's even parenting at all going on. But again, it's all to do with social conditioning. And it's a lot more insidious than you think. It goes beyond that. So, but yeah, and then I remember in the visual as well, strange, because I was in the forest. Like usually when I know a normal dream to a possible predictive dream is, I know the difference, because I feel and all my senses are in the predictive dreams. I call them the weird ones, because they're not like normal weird dreams. They're a lot more. Everything's heightened. I see everything, and it's because I'm usually there. I mean, I'm not physically there. It's just I'm sort of there, seeing everything, to the point where they were chasing their friend, like sport, hunting sport, hunting him down. It's really sick. People are sick today. But this is not new. This is becoming normal behaviour. You only have to look at the crazy stuff that we see in malls and McDonald's, and you see them all the time. The crazy people, like huge group fighting, like real animals in human form. Animals are more better than us. So when you see these crazy brawls, this isn't even that bad. I mean, well, it's bad, it's terrible, but it doesn't surprise me at all. And yeah, so I remember again being in the visual and seeing the visual. It was like I was there. I was running through the forest during this where they were trying to hunt the friend down. And then obviously they threatened the girl, saying, you know, she obviously couldn't believe it was real. It had actually happened, that they were really serious. She thought it was just fun, joke. And then they sort of threatened her, you know, with death, etc. So, like I say, it's one of my weird ones, and I never ignore them. So I will put the report together, and then I'll just sort of archive it with a lot of my real-time cases that I'm sort of seeing and working on right now. And then if something comes to pass, there's a lot of information in there. I mean, well, a lot more than I give out here, but it's descriptions of the people, etc. And unfortunately, I didn't get the location. Had I been doing a remote viewing paranormal investigation, if I was doing my meditation the way I normally do my paranormal investigation when I'm working on a cold case or an active case, I'll use a remote viewing method. Obviously, I get a lot more, you know, details, names, etc. But I didn't get anything from this because it was a dream. A little bit more. It's because as soon as I wake up, I always know too it's a predictive dream, a premonition dream, is because if I wake up within I always wait like 5 minutes, and then if it's suddenly gone, it's not relevant. If it's still lingering for about after 5 minutes to 15 minutes, I start writing it down because I'm supposed to remember it. So that's how I measure the difference of how I do when I'm working, when I had to log premonition dreams. I don't particularly want this one to come to pass, obviously, because a young man dies. So I guess the only message I'm going to put out there right now is, if it hasn't already happened, one, I hope it doesn't happen. But if there is a group, I don't know how my reach, I really don't care. I'm not in it for fame, but I need that crap. But if the videos to resonate with anybody who's thinking about, maybe more so the girl, you know, just, oh yeah, God, that sounds really familiar. That's my friends are plotting, you know, like, yeah, don't do it. Just, and if you do, the guys, unfortunately, they've got no soul. They're just terrible, terrible human beings. So you can't even reach them. For her, though, I guess the message really is, I would like to think that there's some sort of guardian on that side, you know, like maybe keeping an eye on her, protecting her. I would say, obviously, to that guardian, and I would say to her, if she ever comes across this, if it hasn't happened yet, don't do it, and tell someone. And that's it. That's all I can do. I feel like that's all I can do when I'm faced with something like this. But because it's data too, I have to sort of log it and, you know, put a report together. I never know if it's going to be useful or, you know, relevant in the future. So that's why I do what I do. Nobody has a right to hurt another human being, physically, mentally, at all, or emotionally. Not quite sure why people think they have that right. You don't. But there we have it. It seems to be life these days. Need to figure out how to start loving each other, you know, again, understanding what that is, what love actually is. Because clearly it's not being educated into children anymore. When they're very unfortunate, isn't it? Other than that, I will speak to you all soon. Have a great day. Other than that, just be kind, it's free. Kind, it's free.